Audio-Animatronics figures have been a staple of the Disney Parks experience for decades now, and today, Walt Disney World shared some exciting updates on what we can look forward to in the future of this technology with multiple projects in development. What's up YouTube? Drew here. Today I have to address the unfortunate price increases that have just hit Walt Disney World, while also talking about some fantastic news when it comes to Zootopia, Better Zoogether at Animal Kingdom, Rock Roller Coaster starring the Muppets at Hollywood Studios, and a shocking announcement for Frozen Ever After at EPCOT. With that being said, let's get to it. If you haven't subscribed yet, come on guys, what are you doing? Click that subscribe button. We are on the road to 15,000 subscribers, and I'm getting this video out on the same day of this news releasing. I always want to be quick, accurate, and informative with all of you, with all of the news in the world of Disney parks. So subscribe not only for this video, but all of my future content in the years ahead with all the projects in development. I'm going to start this video off with the positive news because me personally, as a content creator and first and foremost a Disney fan before I ever started to create content, is how much I love the creatives at Disney, right? In today's video at the end, I will be talking about the price increases because you absolutely have to talk about those things, which I'm really not happy at all with the price increases we've just seen. But I also do remind myself that, for example, the Imagineers of Walt Disney Imagineering, who are working on all the things I want to talk about first, unfortunately, they have no say in those increases. All they do is show up to work every day and they aim to deliver the best experience for us, from the things we've seen in the parks before to everything in development right now. And one of those is opening very soon on November 7th at Disney's Animal Kingdom, Zootopia, Better Zoogether, and today we got our first look at the all-new attraction. With this show, we aren't actually stepping foot into Zootopia. We are attending a watch party of a live stream of the Zoogether Day celebrations in Zootopia. So for months I've seen people talk about, well, how does Zootopia fit under the Tree of Life? That's because it's a watch party being hosted at the Tree of Life for everything going on in Zootopia. So whenever we first walk into the Tree of Life theater, we're going to see Officer Clawhauser up in the corner with his whole setup. It looks like he's in a party atmosphere, which makes sense as we're joining these celebrations. And I wouldn't be shocked if as we're walking in, there's music playing, he's talking to us before the show actually starts. So almost like a little bonus addition to the 9-minute show. Now, when it comes to the show itself, something that I also love is that Walt Disney Animation Studios and Walt Disney Imagineering have created an all-new original character named Heidi Howler, who is hosting the Zoogether Day Live celebrations, and we are joining her and Officer Clawhauser as a part of this watch party as the cameras cut to different locations in Zootopia. We're going to go around to all the different biomes. We're even going to visit a brand new location from Zootopia 2 named the Marsh Market. And since the show is opening before Zootopia debuts in theaters on November 26th, we are actually seeing a reveal from the movie before it even releases in theaters, which I think is pretty cool. And that actually is very similar to It's Tough to Be a Bug, as It's Tough to Be a Bug, it released before A Bug's Life released in theaters. So a little bit of full circle moments here with this space, this attraction itself. So once we go around to all those different biomes, we're going to conclude with a giant musical finale by Gazelle. My hope is that that's the new song Zoo from Zootopia 2, which I just exclusively posted on my Twitter at DrewDisneyDude. So if you want to listen to that song before it releases, head to my Twitter. I was the only one that posted it this morning. So let me know what you guys think about Zootopia Better Zoogether. I love animatronics, so I'm optimistic for this show. The music, the animation, definitely can't wait to check it out. Over at EPCOT, this is the announcement that I am shocked by. I did not know this was happening, and quite honestly, in full transparency, I never expected Disney to do this. In recent years, with how business-driven Disney has been, even myself, I'm very optimistic and positive. I think people know me for being optimistic and positive. I've lost hope with certain updates or things that I want to be done, but I don't actually expect them to happen. In this case, I am very happy to be wrong, as today, Walt Disney World announced that Frozen Ever After, beginning in early 2026, we are getting the updated animatronics like what we've seen in Hong Kong Disneyland, Disneyland Paris over at Walt Disney Studios Park, and Tokyo Disney Sea, with the fully articulated sculpted faces for the animatronics throughout the attraction. This is a fantastic update, and props to whoever got this green lit. I think a lot of it comes back to Bruce Vaughn and his leadership, but again, one man can't change everything. So props to the teams behind this one. I think the fact that we're almost approaching a decade of Frozen Ever After is really crazy to think about, as this attraction opened in summer of 2016, and those digital faces really are outdated at this point. I never go on Frozen Ever After. I just don't have a desire to. But once these animatronics are updated, I will absolutely be aiming to go on Frozen almost every time I'm at EPCOT. As I mentioned, I love animatronics. So early 2026, we don't have a time frame for this refurbishment, if it's going to be done overnight, exactly when, just that it's happening, and for now, I think that's all we need to know. And lastly, another announcement that I'm honestly surprised by. Walt Disney World also confirmed that Rock and Roller Coaster, starring the Muppets, will be opening in summer of 2026. Now, what's crazy about this announcement, also in my opinion, is that we don't know when Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith is closing, just that it's closing in 2026. So Walt Disney World is going to completely transform this attraction in less than a year, far less than a year, as it's going to be early 2026 when Aerosmith closes, and then half a year later, we're having the Muppets version of this coaster open. And with it, we got even more confirmation that there's going to be more Audio-Animatronics figures than just Scooter and the Penguins in the pre-show, as the storyline for this reimagining honestly takes a lot of the same DNA from Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith with G-Force Records. G-Force Records is staying, and even the storyline is very similar, as now we are going with Aerosmith to their concert, but with the Muppets, we are joining the Electric Mayhem as they are late and not at their biggest concert ever. So a lot of the same storyline elements are staying, but it seems like one of the biggest changes is actually going to be the pre-show. And with how beloved Muppet Vision was with the animatronics and the fact that it was much more than just your typical 3D experience. It was 360, it was funny, it was happy. The fact that it seems like we're going to have a lot of that same humor just in the pre-show with Scooter, the Penguins, the Electric Mayhem. Kermit and Miss Piggy are going to appear digitally on screens. And the fact now that Walt Disney World is teasing that more animatronics are coming, it does give me some optimism for this attraction, and the fact that those animatronics are already being worked on right now, the fact that this coaster is opening in less than a year, I think it's a really, really good start, as I don't think it's enough because Muppet Vision was Jim Henson's final project, and you have to honor his legacy in the long run. But for now, to get this coaster open a year after Muppet Vision permanently closes with animatronics and their humor and their presence back in Hollywood studios, I think it's a great start, and personally, I'm very excited for it. And that takes us to the unfortunate, disappointing news of today, the price increases that have just hit Walt Disney World effective immediately. This is for annual passes, parking, food, merchandise, special add-ons like the tours at the parks, the behind-the-scenes offerings. Chances are, if you spend money at Walt Disney World now, it's going to be a lot more expensive. And this is always where it's frustrating to be a Disney fan every single year in October when these price increases hit. Now, if you're wondering, well, why does it happen every October? Why is this expected? Why am I saying it's expected? That's because Disney's 2026 fiscal year just began. Now, there are good things that come with the new fiscal year, like the announcements we just got for Frozen and the Muppets and Zootopia, and just the fact that there's going to be an increase in spending in all of the projects in development. So for example, we're going to see a ton of work on Cars and Villains at Magic Kingdom, an increase in spending at the Tropical Americas and Monsters Inc. Land, and the Muppets coaster, a part of that as well. So like me, like someone and all of you guys who like these new projects and things to look forward to, money being spent in the parks is always a great thing. But unfortunately, Disney likes to put a lot of that on their guests. And especially right now, with where the economy is at, that's why this year I'm more upset by it than ever, because I feel like between the economy and the amount of negativity in the world recently, people need vacations, especially Disney's theme parks, as an escape. And when you're increasing prices, well, so much work is going on, and you have construction walls up in Magic Kingdom, and attractions closed for refurbishment, and there's less value there right now for the next few years, through 2027, through 2029, and you're still increasing the prices. What message does that send to us, right? Disney wants us to pay more and more just to step foot, just to be able to tap your Magic Band and walk into a park. But once you get into that park, you don't have as much value for the next few years because so much work is going on. So on one hand, I'm so excited for everything that's happening, and I'm also very self-aware of the fact that I'm local to Walt Disney World. So whenever I go to the parks, I love watching the construction because that's the thing that I look forward to as a local. All that work really doesn't impact my experience, but when I'm looking at it through a family's eyes, traveling here, spending thousands of dollars booking airfare and hotel rooms, lighting lanes, merchandise, food, tickets, the entire puzzle, and you have less value, that doesn't sit right with me. I really, really don't like that. It's just one of those things that, like I said, when it comes every year, I don't like talking about it, but you have to address it. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and praise all these current things in development and talk about how excited I am, while also ignoring that people are spending more money to come here and there isn't gonna be that great value for years at this point. We're gonna see those prices increase again and again before these areas open. So curious what you guys think about that. Again, just my opinion, you don't have to agree with me, but I did wanna speak on that because that's at least how I'm feeling right now, and I can't ignore it. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. Let me know what you think about the price increases, all these attractions, and if you agree. If not, totally fine, just please be respectful. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, because a lot more content on the way. I'm doing a ton of content on all of my platforms, literally everywhere I'm posting stuff for all of you guys. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.